Hey y'all. Hopefully my Wi-Fi is alright. And hopefully y'all can hear me. So if you're hopping on, let me know if you can hear me alright. It's been so long since I've been live. So confusing. Hey Hannah. Hey Nicole. I'm pretty sure I'm in the run group too. Hey y'all. Alright, I'm glad y'all can hear me. Alright. Hey, I'll get this started. I'm going to try to be super short so that people that's watching the replay doesn't have to watch a lot of stuff or have to sit there forever watching something. But I'm Brittany and I'm from Mississippi. And I have been doing this coffee business since September of 2018. And I'm doing this in my kitchen because my office is a mess. And so my kids might walk in, but I'm from Mississippi, and I started this with no previous success or anything. I followed leaders and stuff, and I followed other people that were having success in their network marketing companies and stuff, and I always just befriended them. I was, always chatting with them and stuff, and then I just got to realize that, hey, these people are like basic people just like me. They're nothing special. They didn't come from a rich family. They didn't have anything handed to them. They started from the bottom, and I was like, man, if all these people that are just like me and that are normal, average people could do this, stuff from home, then I can do it too. And so that is one thing that inspired me to never give up and just to constantly stay consistent. And I've been through a bunch of different companies in the past. I started with a makeup company. I didn't know how to wear makeup. I didn't even know how to put it on, but I did it. And then I did a couple other companies, and I don't know. I was just never successful. I don't know exactly where it was. Maybe it just wasn't the right company for me, and different things. But when I came here, it just kind of clicked, and I said, even after one of the companies that I was with was actually a scam, and I spent like $500 to join it, and it was a scam. So when I came here, I just tried the coffee, and I was just like, I'm going to be just a customer. And it took me like 4 months, I think, of looking and watching this Happy Coffee stuff before I finally ordered, because I knew that I wasn't going to stay just a customer, that if I liked it, I was going to have to join. And after all of my previous fails and spending so much money in other companies, spending more money than I was making, and all the different failures, I knew my husband wasn't going to support me on joining another company. So it took me a while to order as a customer. But once I did, I realized that this was going to be something that I was going to share, even if I just shared it with my mom, my sister, a couple of friends in person, I could at least pay for my product even. So anyways, I got started, and then I just kind of took off because I kind of just got my passion and fire back, and realized that, you know what, I love this coffee, and if it's going to be the vehicle that gets me to where I need to go, then let's go with it. And I just ran, and my inspiration has always been definitely looking up to other people that was successful and realizing that they're basic humans. They're nothing special. And if they could do it, I knew I could do it. And so I just ran, and I ran with, I never did cold messaging here. I never sent out a bunch of messages or, hey, I just started this new company and you're awesome, you're cool, you're great, will you join me, or anything like that. I never sent those kind of messages. I did do different kinds of scripts and stuff with previous companies, and I think that was another reason why I wasn't successful, is because I wasn't doing things the right way that was right for me. I know everybody has their own ways of, running their business, but for me, it has, attraction marketing has been life-changing for me. Showing up on other people's pages, commenting and befriending people, and adding friends and stuff, and just making genuine relationships by just commenting and showing up on people's posts consistently. And then staying consistent. Like, there's a couple people that I noticed that are like people that I've been consistent with, like I'll follow and I consider friends now. And then I'll notice, I'm like, hey, this one Shelly girl has been showing up on like 10 of my friends' posts. She's always sweet. She's always commenting. She's always giving positive vibes out. So I'll go to her page and I'm like, hey, that looks like somebody I might need to be friends with too. And I'll add them. And so that's the same thing people is doing to you. So when you're showing up on other people's pages and you're commenting and you're standing out from everybody else and you're staying consistent, somebody else from their mutual friend will notice you and they're like, hey, this person's been showing up on a lot of my friends' pages, and they'll add you. And so that's how you grow your network, is just by networking. And so that was what I did, but I wanted to talk to y'all today about why it's so important to be consistent, because I know that we hear all the time that consistency is key, but why does consistency matter? Why? And it's not necessarily about, well, if you stay consistent, obviously you're going to get a sale, right? But it's so much more and deeper than that. And I feel like that if people realized why consistency truly matters about showing up every day on your profile and stay consistent, whether it be in your stories, on your profile, on your YouTube. If you say you're going to go live every Wednesday at 9 a.m., you show up and you go live every Wednesday at 9 a.m. You've got people that's looking for that video, I tell you. Especially when I first started, if I ever did something like a group or a page, or even if you go walking, like I went walking, I was like determined, like I was walking in the rain, I was walking, it didn't matter what the weather was doing outside, I was going walking. And then it got to where when all this started happening, people was like, hey, are you still walking? And I was just like posting like little boomerangs in my stories, and I was just showing my little walking, and I would add in something that I was listening to or a little inspirational quote or something, and it got to where people was like, they look forward to that coffee mug picture. If I don't post a coffee mug picture in the morning, people's like, are you okay? Are you alive? Are you breathing? Are you okay? So consistency matters. You may not realize that it's little things like your coffee mug picture. Everyone's looking forward to your coffee mug picture. What kind of coffee mug are you going to bring out? What's your nails looking like with your coffee mug shot today? Different things people are looking for, and they expect you to do that every day. So people's counting on you, and you don't realize that it's the little stuff that matters that people actually want to see and are, like looking forward to certain things. I know there's a lot of people that on my page, I look forward, to different things. There's a girl that I follow that's super active in her stories, and she does a lot of videos, and she just had a baby, and she's breastfeeding, and she shows a lot of mom, real, raw, the good, the bad, the crazy in her stories. And I look forward to her stories every single day. And I actually messaged her a couple of days ago, and I just told her thank you for sharing her, little insight of her mom life and motherhood with us, because a lot of times it does look perfect on social media, but it's not always perfect. So anyways, consistency is key, but consistency is key to everything. You have to show up for yourself every single day. Consistency is key because people will take you seriously. I know that if I'm going to, like I just recently bought some of that Monet, whatever you want to call it, shampoo. And when I was looking for somebody to purchase from, I went to their page, and it's somebody that I followed for a while. She has stayed consistent. Actually, we've been friends on Facebook probably for 2 years, and she has stayed consistent. Every day. She's a top leader, but she's still consistent every day. She doesn't just show up on her page, but she also shows up for her business every single day. I could see the hustle in her. And that's who I bought from. So people's doing the same thing, when they're looking and they're like, hey, you know what? You may have started your coffee business 6 months ago, and your friend on Facebook that has seen a couple of different people post about that happy coffee stuff, you know. And when they find somebody that they're going to purchase from, they're obviously going to purchase from somebody that they're following, that they probably have connected with, because people do business with people that they like, that they, you know, relate to, and different things like that. But they're also going to do the same thing. If you're not active on your page every day, or if you're like posting about your coffee one day and then you go MIA on Facebook for a week, they're probably not going to purchase from you. They're going to purchase from somebody else that's more serious, that's active on Facebook. Because for one thing, when somebody's wanting to purchase something, you're going to want somebody that's active and that knows what they're talking about, that has an idea, that's going to be there to support you, that's going to follow up with you, not somebody that's just going to take your money and go with it. Because that's one thing I like to support: mamas working and people that's actually truly passionate and working and consistent and hustling with their business. That's the kind of people I want to give my money to, whether it be a boutique, whatever it is. If somebody just takes my money and they're rude, I'm like, I'm never going to give them my money ever again. Like, that's just like, I don't want to support that person, you know? So that's the reason why consistency is key. And why it matters so much is because these are just little things that if you're not consistent and staying consistent on your page, and I don't mean like just sharing a graphic, does your coffee do this? I mean like truly being passionate and consistent, like showing your coffee mug pictures, you know, just a little selfie, drinking your coffee, you know, whatever it is, or drinking your coffee, and instead of posting that graphic that says, hey, does your coffee do this, post your picture drinking your coffee and say, loving the energy and mental clarity and the balanced hormones I get from drinking this coffee every day, you know. So instead of posting that graphic, make it more personal, and or just do a coffee mug shot and do that same thing. That also matters a lot is if you're if you go to somebody's page and they're just sharing a bunch of stuff and they don't have any pictures of themselves, they don't have pictures of the kids, their dog, their cat, nothing. They just sharing stuff on Facebook, just share, news, share, and graphics. They just sharing stuff. You kind of don't know who that person is, or you're kind of like, is this a creep or what? You know, like, I don't see a selfie. I don't see pictures of their kids. I don't see their dog. I don't see a sunset. I don't see a sunrise. I don't see nothing. Who is this person, you know? So you want to keep your page personal and authentic. Share your pictures. Share your life. I live in a trailer, and I don't have anything like glamorous. I don't have the fancy house and the fancy cars. I don't have the BMW. I don't have anything that's fancy. I live in Mississippi, but my whole life revolves around mugs. Like, ooh, is that mug gonna spark some extra attention? Anytime I go shopping, oh, those house shoes would be cute with my coffee mug picture. So I get those cheap little $5 house shoes and I invest in my business and myself. There's just different things that you can do that you don't have to have anything fancy or galore or anything. Just certain things like new coffee mugs. I know people tell me all the time, like, they just look forward to seeing what kind of coffee mug I'm going to be drinking out of, because I have this whole cabinet here is filled with nothing but coffee mugs. And that's also a tax write-off for your business. Any kind of marketing materials, and I consider house shoes marketing materials because that's what we do, is lifestyle. So share your lifestyle, but it doesn't have to be a lifestyle that you see on Pinterest, a whole BMW car and sitting on a Cadillac. Show your real life. People doesn't relate to BMWs and Cadillacs. People relate to the mom minivan and, you know, basic life. So be authentic and share you. And then I wanted to also share, I know it's hard to stay consistent too. I wanted to share that. I think Randy even said it in her live video that, yeah, this is not me every day, but when I do my hair and makeup, I change my shirt a couple times and take some pictures and take some mug shots. And I have pictures for the rest of the week, because during the week, I don't have makeup on. I don't have my hair did. My hair goes 5 days without being washed, maybe 6. I usually have a hat on, and we're going to the water park every day, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt every day. Every day with the kids at the camper in Texas. And it's so hot. I cannot wear makeup. I cannot fix my hair during the week. It just ain't happening. But when you do, just spend a little time. Once a week, do your hair, do your makeup, change your shirts, change your coffee mug. You got pictures for the rest of the week. If you're super busy, you work a 9-to-5 job, or you just work 2 jobs and you're doing this too, just take one day a week, plan your posts, plan your pictures. And then if you're feeling yourself one day with your no makeup on, sometimes I do show real life pictures too, because I feel like that not everybody relates to glitz and glamour pictures every day. We're real life human beings. So a couple of days a week I do show, you know, my no makeup, hot mess self, you know. People do relate to that. But I also wanted to share how to stay consistent. And one thing that helps is that when you are consistent, and when I say consistent, I don't mean just posting on Facebook. I mean doing the behind the scenes too stuff, because you can't just post and pray. Like, you can't just post and hope somebody's going to message you, hope somebody's going to want to join your team, hope somebody's going to reach out, or hope somebody's going to ask, you know, pop in your inbox, you know, whatever. You have to do the behind the scenes stuff. And what the behind the scenes stuff goes from everything that we've learned about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, is you have to get in people's inbox. You have to be showing up on people's pages. You have to be, you know, giving post love and being a day maker and making those connections. It's called attraction marketing and network marketing, is because we have to do the networking with the marketing. So you can post your picture, you can post your mug, you can have the greatest post in the world, but you can't post and pray. You got to be doing the other things too in the background.
Mom, the laptop.
It's okay, babe. Okay, how to stay consistent is doing all the things that we learned about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's mindset, working on your mindset. Before I even start my day this week, I never start my day without my coffee. That's the first. I have to make my coffee. I even tell my kids, they're like, can I have some biscuits? And can I do this, that, and the other? And it's like early in the morning. I'm like, no, not until I've had my coffee. Coffee, no. Like, they just know. My coffee's done, then you can talk to me. So that's one thing that I'm consistent with. For one thing, obviously, is my coffee. But I also, this week, I started a gratitude. Go back outside, baby. Well, then you're going to have to sit down and be quiet. You're distracting me. Well, go sit down. Go sit down on the couch. One thing that this week I've started is I drink my coffee. I get up early before the kids at the RV, and we come home for the weekend. So in case y'all wondering, we're home, but during the week we're in Texas. So I started doing a gratitude journal, drinking my coffee, and having just a moment of peace and quiet, and starting my day off on a better note instead of just drinking my coffee, getting my coffee mug picture, getting the kids ready, and getting the day started, and I started just slowing down and just having my moment of silence and doing like a devotion and listening to some Christian music in the morning and drinking my coffee, doing my gratitude journal. And I even started writing some I am statements to help, I guess you could say, manifest. And I started listening to some manifesting and mindset podcasts that teach us things that we're always manifesting stuff every day. Like whatever we are, you know, thinking about, if you focus on negative stuff, you're going to have a negative life. So mostly just like positive mindset and things like that in the mornings. So I definitely encourage you to do that. Whether you have to get up 30 minutes earlier than you normally do for work, whatever it may be. I know it sounds easy for me. It is easy for me as a stay-at-home mom. But if you do have a full-time job, then it's a little bit harder. You have to kind of get even more uncomfortable and more out of your daily, you know, routine, and get up maybe 30 minutes earlier and just are on your way to work, listen to some Christian music and think about out loud, just say things that you're grateful for that day and start your day on a better note. That helps me stay consistent. For one thing, my mindset's better. My day has started better. And my overall, I just feel better. So when I feel better and when my mindset is right and everything else is going on up here, then I can perform more and put out more on my page. I have a better vibe that I am putting off, a better spirit, and just different things, you know. So start your day right. And when you're happy and your mindset is right and you're not so depressed and you're not rolling around in anxiety and depression and different things like that, then you just you just feel better. You just feel better. You work harder. You can be more focused on your goals and stuff rather than being so depressed and, you know, out of check with life and stuff. So start your mornings right. Ignore your feelings. Don't be scared. We're all scared. I know that if you're just getting started, that's one thing that we all started somewhere. We all looked goofy. We've all failed. We just failed and failed and failed until we got back. Obviously, we kept getting back up. But we all have to start somewhere, and we're all going to look goofy. We're all going to look silly. Whatever you may call it, we're going to feel those things. But ignore those things and just do it. Like, just go out there and do it. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Don't worry about if somebody thinks it's a scam or if somebody doesn't like coffee. That's not your people. It's okay. Just keep going. So ignore your feelings of fear and self-doubt and stuff. We know that we all started there. We still have those things. If your mindset isn't right and you're not working on your personal development, you're not feeling too confident, we all have these feelings. It's life, you know, but put them to the side and still go out there and do it. And don't worry about what anybody else thinks. And get back up when you fall. So obviously we all have to start somewhere, and we're not going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. We're not perfect human beings. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. No matter what you think their Facebook looks like, and no matter what you think they look like, they're not perfect. Also, another thing is on one of the podcasts that I'm listening to, she said that her clients, in order to help her clients, she tells them to think of a few people. I think she said 3 or 5 people. It may just be 3. I don't know. But she just told them to write down some people that they look up to, that they admire, or they want to be like, and then write these things down that you see in those people. They're beautiful. They're awesome moms. They got it all together. They're spirits. That's how I feel about Genia. I'm just like, she's just like always a light, you know? She's just like always just shining light. And she said, now what you think about those people is what's in yourself. And she used the quote, namaste. What it means the light in me sees the light in you. And she referenced that into the light in me sees the light in you, which means that if you're seeing all this good stuff in everybody else, you have some good in there. You just may have to like dig a little deeper and get it out. But whatever you're seeing in everybody else, they're beautiful, their makeup is gorgeous, their hair is cute, they're just great human beings, they're great moms, great dads, they're just awesome leaders, or they're always so positive, they're so uplifting. You know, this is stuff that you also see in yourself. You just may have to kind of dig it out. We can all be a light. We can all be good moms. We can all be, you know, whatever it may be. We just have to work on that ourselves. So I encourage everybody to start working on themselves, because personal development and mindset is definitely key. And it also helps you stay consistent, because you can stay consistent and show up for your business. And you can remember your why. I skipped over that one. It was the first one. Remember your why. That's what I always go back to as well, is remembering my why and why I started this to begin with. So anyways, I'm sorry I was so long. I always talk too much, but I hope that y'all took something from this, and I definitely encourage everybody to start working on themselves, some personal development, and working on staying consistent on your page. You know, post in your stories every day. Post at least one time on your news feed. You know, and stay consistent with your business, and that's it. Bye, y'all.